Fred Barnes.
And I'm Jeff Birnbaum, in for Mort Kondracki, and tonight, we're the Beltway Boys. Tonight's hot story, Obama fatigue. There are a few indications that Barack Obama has lost his luster. For starters, the polls are starting to tighten. Fred, we had seen some very strong polling this summer for Barack Obama, but the Rasmussen reports, that tracking poll, reports that McCain is now trusted more than Obama on 9 out of 14 major issues. McCain's biggest advantage is on Iraq. He leads Obama 51 to 39%, a core issue of the McCain campaign. McCain also leads Obama by 4 points on the country's hottest topic, energy. Obama manages to keep up with McCain on the economy. They're tied at 45%. That's down from 2 weeks ago when Obama was slightly ahead in that category. But Obama continues to lead on one of the most important issues, health care. Obama leads McCain by 5 percentage points. But the bad news for Obama is that that's down from 12 points 2 weeks ago. Now, Fred, there are some big-name polls that are out showing that Obama nationally, in a general face-to-face against McCain, is ahead by a good 5 percentage points or better. But these internal indications show, I think, that there may be some problems with Obama, which he shouldn't really be having, given the weakness in the economy overall, which should be helping his candidacy.
Yeah, it should be. Doesn't seem to be. And, of course, we haven't touched on the larger forces which are directing this campaign. I mean, things like the sour economy and greater voter registration, new registration for Democrats, way over Republicans, party ID, unpopular administration, which is a Republican administration. I could run down the list. The larger forces are also really lifting, I think, Obama, but he hasn't gotten that blowout in the polls yet, for sure. Now, there's another indication that worries even Democrats, and that's the question of whether Obama is fighting back strongly and toughly enough. Watch these two ads and see what you think. Watch.
Life in the spotlight must be grand, but for the rest of us, times are tough. Obama voted to raise taxes on people making just $42,000. He promises more taxes on small business, seniors, your life savings, your family.
He's the original maverick.
The President and I agree on most issues. There was a recent study that showed that I voted with the President over 90% of the time.
John McCain supports Bush's tax cuts for millionaires, but nothing for 100 million households.
Well, no, wait a minute. Let me. I'll give you about, because I want to mention one other thing. I think that McCain easily wins that battle of the ads. You may disagree, but I was struck by another thing that happened, and that is we all remember Obama in Berlin. Mm-hmm. 200,000 people there. Well, compare that with McCain in Sturgis, South Dakota, before 50,000 bikers. Now, I think when you compare those two, I think McCain wins that one as well as the ad fight.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, Fred, that I think Obama loses the macho contest in that latest breakdown. And I think Democrats are even worried that Obama may have a John Kerry-like problem, that he's not willing to punch back hard enough. And I think there's an overall indication, yet a third one here, among Democrats. There are still some Democrats who have doubts about Obama. A recent poll put on by Fox shows that McCain has more support from his party faithful. 86% of Republicans back him, while only 75% of Democrats are ready and willing to vote for Obama. That shows an indication that there may be some leftover bad feelings about Obama versus Hillary Clinton, still left over from the primary contest. And Obama really hasn't made the sale to his own base, which is really fundamental to his winning the presidency, I think, Fred.
I think the good news there for him is that with McCain doing better with his base than Obama is, Obama's base is a lot bigger at this point. Yeah. I mean, McCain could not just rely on his base. You couldn't have a base mobilization election the way President Bush did in 2004, because the Republican base is smaller, and actually the Democratic base is a little bigger. So obviously McCain is a guy that has to go to the center.
There's actually one of the most interesting indicators about Obama fatigue, or potential Obama fatigue, is not a poll at all. It is actually an actual count of noses. I guess it's a count of eyes, I guess, eyeballs on YouTube. And this is the most surprising one of all. The Washington Times reported this week that over the last couple weeks, there have been more viewers of McCain videos on YouTube than there are of Barack Obama. That's very hard to imagine that the youth vote, which was so strongly for Barack Obama, maybe McCain is finding his legs somehow, or maybe he has better videos. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it is a straw in the wind indicating that Obama needs to step up his game somehow, even among the people he is most popular with, at least we thought, younger voters.
You know, one thing that appeals to younger voters, and it's something that McCain has more of than Obama? A sense of humor. Unfortunately for Obama, it's kind of humorless. Now, I wanted to mention one other thing. Obama is not, and I suspect you'll agree with this, I don't think Obama is, and hasn't for a while, transcended normal politics. Remember when he during the primaries he was going to bring us together and he was and change, change you can believe in, and he's different from all American politicians that we've ever heard of in recent years. And now it's gotten down, he's descended into the nitty-gritty of campaigns and elections, and he's become a quite different Barack Obama. He's for handing out money, taxing the oil companies and giving you a check for $1,000, and I'm still waiting for this, and this is how he can prove to me that he transcends at least a little bit, and that is if he'll buck some of the special interest groups of the Democratic Party, the liberal special interest groups. I think an example of his not doing that was his energy plan that he put out a few days ago that could have been written by the Sierra Club or some other environmental group, and maybe it was, but there's nothing about nuclear power, nothing about drilling for oil, nothing about economic growth. Look, he's got to do better than that if he's going to be Mr. Transcendent.
I think, Fred, he needs to worry, though, about making too many changes. McCain has already labeled him a flip-flopper, and if he begins to change his positions too much, I think Obama may have an even worse problem on his hands than the one that you suggest McCain is trying to put on him.
All right.